Hello, I'm Gifford, and welcome to today's crash course in 9th grade physics. Today I'll be talking about Isaac Newton and his 3 laws of motion. No, you idiot! It's supposed to be an apple. Oh, God. As you probably guessed, today we'll be talking about Newton's laws. As you may also have guessed, we'll be talking about Newton's first law first. Roll the first clip!
Which path would you think that this ball would go if I put this around the track?
A.
Why would you think that?
Because we'll keep going in the same direction.
Well, let's check.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say?
Thank you, video, for being a wonderful demonstration of Newton's first law. Newton's first law states that an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. An example of this is when you throw a ball at a wall. Now, when you throw this ball at the wall, instead of going in a straight line, it curves, like this, because gravity is constantly pulling it down. Now, that's the part of an outside force. Gravity is this outside force that stops it from staying in motion. It'll slowly start being pulled down. Newton's first law also means that if you fall and you put your hand out to stop you, your body won't stop, but your hand will. This can cause lots of pain. Yeah, thanks a lot, Newton. Oh, God! Thank you, video, for also being a wonderful demonstration. Now, that video was an example of Newton's second law. Newton's second law states that the force acted upon by an object is directly proportional to the mass and the acceleration of the affecting object. An example of this is if you have an apple flying through space. Now, say that this apple had a set mass and a set acceleration. The force would be constant. Now, if you double the mass of this apple, the force this apple exerts on something will also double. Now, this means that if you know that the force is greater, either the mass or the acceleration could be greater. Now, Newton's second law means that if I punch you, the amount of force your face feels is directly proportional to the mass I put behind my punch and the acceleration of my fist. This is truly science at its best. Now, a real-life example of Newton's second law is if I wanted to hit you with something, like a sign. Now, this means that the heavier sign I hit you with, the more force you will feel. So, next time you're in a fight, use a heavier sign, made of something denser, like lead or gold. Now, without further ado, let's play the third video. Stop! If you punch me, your hand will hurt just as much as my face. Oh, God! Ow! Oh, God! Newton's third law says that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. This means that if I throw an apple at a piece of paper, there's the same amount of force impacted upon both of them. The only difference is that the apple has enough momentum to keep moving, whereas the paper does not, which is why the paper breaks and the apple keeps moving. Now, this means that if I punch you in the nose, the same amount of force goes into your nose as goes into my hand. So technically, the saying, "this is going to hurt me just as much as it hurts you," is almost true. If you've just been spacing out for the past few parts of the video, listen to this. This is the important part. Newton's laws are so important. Without them, the planets wouldn't have formed, there would be no orbit, there wouldn't be a year, there wouldn't be a day. You couldn't play sports, you couldn't breathe. Nothing would be possible without these laws. These laws are so freaking awesome. They apply to everywhere. Underwater, in space, anywhere in the universe, in the bathroom, wherever you want to apply them, or wherever you may be, these laws are still true. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.